Welcome to Kaylin-Tech Lesson 2. Here we're going to just do some basic interface configuration and then test the communication and connectivity between two devices. So we've got two devices, London and Bristol, and we're going to configure interface G000 on both devices. We're going to start with a 24 network and then change it to a 30 so that you see the reason why we do that is from a security perspective, as a 24 allows the 254 addresses, whereas the 30 only allows 2 addresses. Okay, you can do a 31 nowadays because they allow the network address to actually be utilized as well. We'll also show you how to configure the loopback 0 interface on both systems. Okay, so that's been left up on the screen for a while for you. I'll zoom in a little bit so that you can get a better understanding or see the system a little bit better. You can pause it there if you like to see exactly the interface configurations we're going to achieve here. Okay, so without further ado, let's move on to the Bristol one. Let's just confirm the Bristol one's loopback is going to be 3333 and it's going to be the 2 address that we're going to use. Okay, 1 is going to be on London and 2 is going to be on Bristol. So let's start with the Bristol configuration. That's the London one, but we'll go across to the Bristol one. And so we're going to go into configure. In fact, actually, before we start that, let's do a quick show interfaces terse. This is the equivalent command of Cisco's show IP int brief. Okay, so we're only going to do G000 because that's the only interface that's connected at the moment. It's up at the moment. The others are down, up down, purely because they're not actually even physically connected or connected in the virtual environment that we're utilizing here. So let's go to configure and we'll configure up to 24 initially. Okay, so we'll do set interfaces GE-000. The 000 stands for FPC. The PIC position is the second one, and the third one is the interface that's on the actual PIC that we're going to utilize. We're going to say unit 0. Okay, any other unit is the equivalent of a sub interface on a Cisco device. The family is going to be iNet. That's iNet 4. If we wanted to do 6, we can put a question mark in there, and if it was a V6 address, we'd put in iNet 6. Okay, family iNet, and the address is going to be 192.168.1.2 and /24. Okay, so we'll commit that one. And if we exit and we do a show interfaces terse again, we will see this time that under unit 0, we have the actual address in there now. Okay, so now we're going to go across to the London system. Okay, and we're going to go into configure. Again, we'll just do a quick show interfaces terse so that you can see that there's nothing configured on there at the moment, and there is nothing configured, but it's up. So we'll go configure, and we're going to do a set interfaces G-000 unit 0 family iNet address, and on this one it's 192.168.1.1 /24 in the same subnet, and we'll commit that. Now we should actually be able, well actually let's do a show interfaces terse again. Okay, and as you can see on this system, we now have the interfaces up with an IP address that we've just configured. So if we do a ping 192.1.168.1.2, and we should get communication across that link, and we do. And if we have a look at the ARP table now, if we do a show ARP, we have the opposing address in our ARP table now with obviously the virtual MAC with all the information and the interfaces. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to configure, we'll now configure up the loopback. On Juniper, we just put LO0 and the unit, whereas on Cisco, you'd actually put the whole loopback address in there. Okay, naming convention. So let's do a set interfaces LO0 unit 0 family INET address, and for Bristol we're going to put in 3333. Okay. Actually we're on the London one, so it's going to be 2222. Okay, so 2.2.2.2 /32, because we're utilizing the whole address here. So the 32 means we're masking the whole address out, which means it must equal that address. Okay, so we'll commit that one. And if we exit and we would do a show interfaces terse LO0 start, and we see on there that we have the address. So the LO0 star allows us to narrow the interfaces terse down to a specific interface or group of interfaces if you use star, which is a wildcard. Okay, so now we'll go on to Bristol and we'll do a configure. We are going to set interfaces LO0 unit 0 family INET address 3.3.3.3 /32, and we'll commit that one. We'll exit and we can do the show interfaces terse LO0 start, and we have our 3333. Now we won't be able to ping those because we would need to put in some default routes regarding that. Okay, to prove my point, ping 2.2.2.2, no route to host. Okay, it just won't allow you at the moment without us going further through the config. We will be doing that in later lessons anyway, once we start all the routing side of it. At the moment we're just doing the basics. So now what we're going to do is we need to do a show. We'll have a look at the configuration, and we'll do it as a display set. Okay, so rather than doing the replace method at the moment, what I'm going to do is we'll delete this and then we'll reset it. Okay, so we're going to do delete interfaces GE-000 unit 0. Now we only need to go to the lowest place stanza, so we do not need to delete the whole of this command here. We only need to delete to the unit 0, as you'll see. So if I commit that and we do a we'll do it from here actually, run show configuration, and we'll do it as a display set. You notice it's now disappeared. So what we can do again is we can do set interfaces GE-000 unit 0 family INET address 192.168.1.2 /30. Okay, and we're going to commit that. And let's have a look at our show interfaces terse. And as you can see, we now have it as a /30. So we'll do the same on the London one. So we go to London and we're going to go to configure, and we'll just do a run show configuration display set. Okay, and we'll do the same here. We're going to delete and we'll just copy it this time. Okay, so we're going to unit 0 and we'll commit that, and to show that it's gone, we'll do that again and it's no longer there. So we'll set interfaces GE-000 unit 0 family INET address 192.168.1.1 /30. Okay, and we're going to commit that. And we'll have a quick look at the config again. And there you go, it's back in the config here. Okay, with the correct address or the correct subnet now. And we'll do an exit and we can do show interfaces to, we can get rid of that. And we'll have a look at it up here and we've got the correct address in there. Let's do a ping 192.168.1.2. Just make sure we can still communicate, and we can. Okay, that ends lesson 2 on how to do a very basic configuration on the actual interfaces themselves. Okay, just to get the basic connectivity up and running, and also the loopback interface configuration. Thank you. Bye-bye.